Most people think that saving money and being frugal means not buying anything. And that's exactly why they end up rebuying the same stuff all year long. These are viral Amazon purchases that I actually own, and they make life cheaper later because they replace spending instead of adding to it. This isn't a haul. It's not about buying more stuff. These are things that replace overspending for me, which is why they're worth buying earlier and not later. So today I'm sharing the Amazon purchases I made intentionally. Things I already own, actually use, and buy on purpose because they save me money over time. Now, some are one-time purchases and others are things I buy again each year because they consistently lower my spending. You can find all of the links in the description below or use the QR code above for the full list. And one of these looks a little silly at first, but it's the reason I stopped throwing away food I'd already paid for. Swedish cleaning cloths. I'm going to start with the least exciting one of this list because this is the kind of thing that doesn't feel important until you realize how often you use to rebuy it. This is something I think are pretty cool and effective. They're called Swedish cleaning cloths. If paper towels are your default for counters, spills, and quick messes, these slowly replace most of that without you having to change how you clean or think about it. They're absorbent, they hold up well, and when they're dirty, you just throw them in the washer instead of the trash. Well, I keep a couple right by the sink, and that's really the whole reason they work. You grab them without thinking, the same way you would a paper towel, but you're not tearing off a new one every time something spills. Over time, you just stop going through paper towels as fast. And it's not because you tried to be better about it, it just happened. Now, it took a while to notice. Then one day I realized I just wasn't buying paper towels the way that I used to. If you're curious, everything I'm talking about today is linked below. I always find it easier than trying to search later. Next are beeswax bowl covers. They're another thing I always keep on hand and replace when needed. They remind me of something that my grandmother had years ago. I don't think I needed these at first, and I only bought them because I kept running into that moment where you put something in the fridge and realize you didn't actually have the right lid for the container. Plastic wrap technically works, but it never sticks the way you want it to, and you end up throwing it away every time you check what's in the bowl. Plus, I'm not a fan of that much plastic. These stretch over bowls, they actually stay put, and when you're done with them, you just rinse them off with hot soapy water and use them again. That's it. No wrestling with plastic wrap, no rewrapping the same bowl 3 times, no tossing it every time you open their fridge. Well, I bought these for a few people for Christmas too. And if you don't want to spend the money on these, there are workarounds. Shower caps from the dollar store do basically the same thing. My grandmother used to grab them from hotels, although I'm not sure they even give those out anymore. Once you stop using plastic wrap as your default, you realize how often you were rebuying it without ever really deciding to. All right, this is the one that looks a little silly at first. They're called super cubes. They're just big silicone trays, sort of like giant ice cube trays, but the size is the difference. They freeze foods in portions you'll actually use instead of pouring everything into a big block that feels like a project to deal with later. This was the thing that finally stopped me from losing food in the freezer. I have them in all sorts of sizes, and freezing leftovers stops feeling annoying. I could portion soup, chili, or casseroles in amounts that actually made sense. And when I needed them, they were easy to grab and use instead of getting buried and forgotten. My 27-year-old special needs son has a special diet, so these cubes allow me to batch, cook, and freeze his lunches easily for day program. When things stack nicely and fit in the containers you already own, you're way more likely to use what you froze. Speaking of shapes, I also really like the Shape and Store ones. And I've had these for years. They're a little bit cheaper, and I like them better because the frozen blocks fit perfectly into my Pyrex containers, which sounds oddly specific, but it matters. Nothing about this made me super crazy organized. Okay, maybe just a little bit more organized, but it did make it easy to use food I had already paid for. Everything up to this point is about stopping small, sneaky rebuying. Paper products, food waste, things that disappear without noticing. What comes next is more about protecting what you already paid for. Just to remind you, all of the links are below so you can look later if anything's useful. This little bag sealer surprised me with how often I'm actually using it. Now, we don't go through chips or snacks very fast, so bags will get rolled down and clipped and shoved back into the pantry, and then somehow they still end up stale. The same thing goes for things in the freezer. You roll them up, clip them, and then they open up and get freezer burn. Half the time I'd throw things out and feel annoyed because we barely touched them. This just seals the bag back up so it actually stays fresh. I grab it for snack bags, frozen vegetables, anything that comes in a bag that we didn't finish right away. It's small, which you'll notice a lot of these things are because I live in a small house. And this lives perfectly in a drawer and I don't really think about it. I just use it. It's one of those things where you stop throwing food out, but you don't notice it happening in the moment. I didn't think I needed a sweater shaver until I had one. Once sweaters start to pill, I stop reaching for them as much. And even if they still fit and are totally fine, they just didn't look right. They just felt a little tired, and somehow that turns into, maybe I need a new one. This takes the fuzz right off and makes them look good again, which means I keep wearing what I already own. I use it a lot on my thrifted sweaters, especially at the beginning of winter, and it makes a big difference. Probably more than you'd expect. It's not about clothes looking perfect, it just keeps things in rotation instead of replacing them, and it makes you feel good about actually taking care of what you already own. This is a pumice stone toilet cleaner. This one is very unglamorous, but it works. Our water leaves a ring in the toilet pretty quickly, even when the toilet is new and absolutely clean. If we ignore it, it just gets harder to deal with later. And then it feels like a bigger project than it needs to be. This pumice stone takes it off easily without chemicals or tons of scrubbing, and it's made for toilets. I'll use it every so often and be done with it, instead of letting it build up and annoying me. It's just basic maintenance, but it keeps small things from turning into bigger, more expensive ones. This is the Splatipus jar spatula. This jar spatula is one of those things that feels a little ridiculous until you actually use it. I used to get annoyed every time I threw a jar out, knowing there was still stuff stuck in the corners that I just couldn't reach without making a mess. Peanut butter, mayo, applesauce, whatever. I'd tell myself it wasn't a big deal, but it happened all the time. This just gets in there and actually clears the jar out. That's really it. You stop tossing things early because they're annoying to finish. Now, I'll be honest. The one I bought years ago works better than the newer one, although this is smaller and has a place. I've seen everywhere lately, so I'm linking them both. Use whatever works. The point is to really clean out your jars instead of wasting it. I always wanted a food saver, but the big ones felt like overkill. They're expensive. They take up way too much space, and I just didn't want another bulky appliance sitting around. This smaller system made more sense for how we actually live. I use it for meat, leftovers, and anything I know we're not going to get to right away. Stuff stays fresher longer, especially in the freezer, and I don't end up pulling something out months later and realizing it's freezer burned. They do come with their own bags. There is an added expense to buying your own bags, but they're not that expensive and they work beautifully. This is where the list changes a little bit because a lot of spending doesn't come from wanting things. It comes from being uncomfortable, tired, or just done. And these are probably the most expensive thing on the list. And I don't buy them casually. For me, this wasn't really about sheets. It was about sleep. It was about hot flashes, night sweats, waking up uncomfortable. Once the cycle of broken sleep starts, everything else feels harder the next day. Sleeping better changes more than expected. When I'm rested, I'm less cranky, I'm less impulsive, and way less likely to spend money just because I'm tired and uncomfortable. Fewer, I don't feel like dealing with this purchases, less takeout, less scrolling and buying dumb stuff late at night when I should be sleeping. These weren't a splurge for me, they were a quality of life that quietly affects my spending without trying. These are the bamboo sheet sets. They're a cooling sheet. They're soft and silky and so comfortable. I love them and I highly recommend them. This one sort of surprised me a little bit. Beef tallow on my face. Last year, I had an allergic reaction to castor oil, and suddenly a bunch of products I had been using without thinking were off the table. It seemed like everything that was fine before was somehow not fine now. My skin is dry, irritated in the winter especially, and I found myself constantly looking for something else to fix it. I was buying things, trying them, not loving them, and then moved on to the next thing. I don't have to tell you that these things can get very pricey. I ended up trying a tallow face moisturizer, mostly out of frustration, but also because my friend Rita suggested it, and her skin is beautiful. And it was just, wow, it worked. Especially this winter, when the air is dry and my skin normally feels tight no matter what I put on it. Once I found this tallow, I stopped searching. I just used the same thing every day and move on. And I've hardly used any of it. That alone cut way down on random skincare purchases I used to make without even realizing that's what I was doing. Makeup used to be another one of those things I would keep trying, looking for the perfect thing to do the perfect job that I needed. Now, I don't wear a lot of makeup, mostly just for recording these videos, but a good concealer matters at my age. I just turned 53 on January 18th, so under the eye stuff is super important. I'd try one, it would crease or wear off or just not look right, and then I'd start looking for another. I wasn't trying to buy more makeup, I just wanted it to work. So I bought both the Tarte version and this clay concealer, and honestly, this one, the clay concealer, works just as well for me, if not better than Tarte. Having one that works is a lot easier than a drawer full of half-used ones. Now this comes with a brush. I'm not using the brush. I'd rather use my finger, but it doesn't crease in my lines because let's face it, as a 53-year-old woman, I have lines. I think it works fantastic and I highly recommend it. I have two bonuses for you. The first one is this fleece bathrobe. It gets worn every single day in my house. It's marketed as a bathrobe, but I think it's an at-home, any time of day type sweater, throw-on sort of cover-up. I throw it on in the morning, I grab it at night, and honestly, it makes being at home just more comfortable. When I'm warm, I'm not tempted to crank the heat, and I get stuff done instead of curling up in the blanket scrolling Instagram. It's not a luxury thing for me, it's part of how I keep my home feeling good enough that I don't need to escape it. The next bonus are these leggings. Now, if you get my newsletter, I'm sure you've heard about these because I mention them often in my newsletter. They're similar than the bathrobe in just a different way. I wear these constantly, working from home, running errands, everyday life. They fit well, they're comfortable, and I don't have to think about them. The best part is they're very affordable and they are buttery soft. I've had mine for over a year, and when I find something like that, I stop looking. I've got them in multiple colors. I'm not replacing them, I'm not browsing for something better, and I'm not buying 3 different pairs trying to get it right. Did I mention they're very affordable on Amazon? I've never had anything that I've paid so well for that has lasted so long. Having a couple of things I reach for over and over again is simpler, and it ends up costing less in the long run. So that's it. Those are the Amazon purchases I made intentionally. Some of these are trendy, but they're not things that I buy just because they're on sale. They're things that I already use that make everyday life run a little smoother, which ends up saving money without me having to think about it all year long. Once you start looking at spending this way, you notice how much of it isn't really about wanting more stuff. It's about fixing small annoyances, replacing things you already paid for, or trying to feel more comfortable when you're tired or overwhelmed. When those things are handled, a lot of spending just stops. Everything I mention is linked below exactly as shown. And if you already own something similar that works for you, that's great. This isn't about buying more, it's about buying with intention. If this way of thinking about money felt helpful, you can watch this video next.